guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, I have revamped my background a little bit. I've been really craving spring vibes lately, even though it's snowing outside as I film this. But yeah, I'm so excited to film this video. I've been wanting to do just a sit down, get ready with me, just really chill, relaxed kind of video. I also have some new products that I'm going to be trying out. Only a couple of them are going to be first impressions. The rest I have used at least once, but they're products I haven't mentioned on camera yet, so they're new in that sense. We're gonna start with the eyes today because we're gonna be playing around with some glitter. So I'm gonna zoom you guys in and get started. So the first thing I'm gonna do is take a piece of tape and just make it a little less sticky, and then I'm gonna apply it to the outer corner of my eye. I do that so that my eyeshadow just creates a really clean, sharp line. Also, is anyone as in love with this nail color as I am? It's so springy and pretty, and I actually got it in one of my Ipsy bags. I'll list the brand and color down below. I'm trying to decide if I want to do my eyebrows right now or later. I hate doing my eyebrows before foundation, but it might be kind of weird doing my eyes and not my eyebrows. So I'm going to take my Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade. Lately I've been using this alongside my NYX Micro Brow Pencil, so first I fill in a little bit with the dip brow. And then I just take my micro brow and I fill in more around the arch area where it needs a more dark, precise line. Next, I'm going to set my eyebrow hairs. I'm going to use my NYX Control Freak. And then to clean up my brows, I'm going to use my usual highbrow pencil from Benefit. I really need to find a dupe for this thing because it's amazing and I would love to have a cheaper version of it. Okay, I'm going to use the Urban Decay Primer Potion to prime my eyes. And for eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using the Morphe and Kathleen Lights palette. First, I'll be taking this cream shade all over the lid to set that primer. Next, I'm going to take this brown shade right next to it and start building that up in the crease. Then I'm going to take this mustard shade also into the crease. And now this dark brown into the outer corner of my eyes. Okay, now the fun part. I bought some NYX glitter primer. Look at that packaging. So pretty. And I got some NYX glitter. So this is my first time trying full-on glitter with glitter glue. I'm really excited and a little bit nervous. This is why we're doing the eyes first, because glitter tends to have a lot of fallout, so you don't want that to get on your foundation and stuff like that. So first I'm going to take some of that glue. I'm just going to apply it with my finger and put it on half of my lid on the inner corner. The glitter comes with a little shaker cap, so you get a little bit more control and you can just shake out some into the cap. I'm going to take a brush and dip it into the glitter and then try to carefully apply it to where I have glue. I took a wet piece of paper towel and wiped up some of the fallout. There's definitely spots that are still there. There's a lot of glitter. So it's pretty important that you do this before foundation. I'm gonna go back into this palette and build up a little bit more of that dark brown shade. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the black shade also, just on the very outer corners. This is turning out a lot darker than I planned and all the glitter is wearing off. I'm gonna go ahead and peel off the tape now. So if you can't tell, this is my first time using glitter, and I'm guessing you need to put it on once you're done with all of your colors that you've built up, because me blending in more colors just kind of swiped away the glitter. So let's try this again. I'm gonna apply a little bit more glue. It's okay, it's a get ready with me. It's not a tutorial, so if I make mistakes, you guys get to see it. Now I'm gonna take that glitter again, pat it on. So yeah, definitely apply all your eyeshadow before you apply the glitter. For primer, I'm going to use this Maybelline Master Prime. This is a blurring and illuminating primer. It's supposedly a dupe for a Becca primer. I'm not sure which one. For foundation, this isn't new. It's actually on its last leg. I'm like squeezing out the last of it. This is the Dr. Jart BB cream. They have a couple different ones, but I love Dr. Jart BB creams. They're my favorite. This is like an OG that I started out using. Probably one of my first more expensive foundation kind of purchases from Sephora. And this BB cream has a ton of coverage actually, so it surprisingly works really well. I'm just gonna start dotting that because I forgot that I didn't color correct. So I'm gonna dot that in spots where I'm not gonna color correct. Okay, so for color correcting, I've actually been using this little NYX palette pretty much every day. I mainly use these two colors. I don't really use all of them, but I take the green color, I just tap it onto any blemishes or redness. And then I take this peach color to color correct my dark circles. Let me show you guys the difference between this eye and this eye once I'm done. I mean, I don't know if you can tell, but it's definitely brightened up my under eye and it just creates a better base for the foundation, so you almost don't even have to wear a concealer afterwards, but I still do for like highlighting and better coverage. But you can easily color correct, slap on a BB cream and be ready for the day. So I'm just gonna take my diamond sponge, which I'm still using and I still love. It's held up really well. I've washed it about 6 or 7 times already and it still has its shape, everything, and it's still great. I just start patting that in. The only downside to this BB cream is they only have like 3 colors, I believe. They don't have a very extensive shade range. This is the lightest one and it happens to match my skin tone almost perfectly. It just really cancels out my redness, covers up blemishes pretty well. I still have to spot conceal on top, but it's not a sheer BB cream whatsoever. I'm definitely sad that I'm running out of it. I've been like squeezing out every last drop. It's literally like a foundation. I feel like it should be a foundation and not a BB cream. And it has SPF 30. Also, I'm thinking about filming a product empties video because I've seen people do that and I think it's such a great idea. So that might be coming up soon. My camera battery is draining so fast. I really need to order a backup battery. Probably gonna do that today because you don't know how many times it just dies in the middle of me filming. Also, I'm using this Maybelline Fit Me concealer. I might like this one even more than the Age Rewind, but they're both really good. Definitely my top 2 concealers from the drugstore. So I asked you guys on Instagram if you guys want more glam or more simple makeup looks that are realistic, and I got kind of a mixed feedback of a little bit of both. So I know today's look is kind of more on the glam side, but you can easily skip glitter and make it more wearable. So I think that's what I'm gonna be doing now. I'll do kind of glam looks, but I'll tell you guys along the way where simpler people can stop and just wear it like that, and then where more glam people can continue on in the tutorial and add the other stuff like lashes or whatever. But I'll definitely try to do a tutorial of some kind, either no makeup look or just a simpler, easy makeup look. I personally don't like the no makeup tutorials. First of all, most of them you still can tell they're wearing makeup. It doesn't look like a no makeup look. Second of all, it's usually not realistic for most people unless you have really, really clear skin. And I also just don't know how I feel about spending so much time to make myself look like I'm not wearing any makeup. If I'm gonna take time to wear makeup, I'm going to show it off. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna take some RCMA No Color powder to set my under eyes. One tip I will say, before you go in with any kind of powder, tap your under eyes out with your sponge right away, right before, and then go in with the powder. because a lot of times what will happen is you will get little creases by the time you get out your powder and like dip your sponge in it. And if you have little creases already formed, then the powder is just gonna set those creases. So that's just something I noticed. If you're having issues with your concealer creasing, one, it might just be the concealer, but two, it might just be how you're setting it. You need to tap it out and smooth it out right before you put the powder on. Just gonna spot conceal that little nose blemish. But yeah, back to the Instagram and video tutorial stuff. I feel like lately I've been more comfortable in showing my character on camera, and for some people that might have been annoying. Maybe they don't like my personality or whatever, which is fine, but I feel like I had such a mix of people following me back from my personal account and then new people that just know me from the makeup account, and I was trying to cater to a lot of different types of people. Some were a little bit more conservative, some were really glam, some were moms, some are teenagers, and there was just a big mix in the audience. So I wasn't really sure what approach to take. I didn't want to oversimplify things for people that already know and love makeup, and I didn't want to make things too crazy for the more beginner people, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna let that powder sit on my face for a little bit, and I'm gonna go in with the Milani Dolce bronzer. Kathleen Lights recommended this. If you guys can't tell, I like Kathleen Lights. We have very similar skin tones and skin types, so a lot of times whatever she recommends I end up liking as well, and this is no exception. It's a really nice subtle bronzer. It just looks really glowy and pretty on the skin. It definitely might be too light for tanner people. I just take some all around my face. To dust off that powder, I have the new Wet n Wild Photo Focus powder. I've heard really good things about it and I love the foundation, so I decided to get it. This is in the shade Warm Light. I just swirl my brush in it and kind of sweep off the extra powder. This powder, like the foundation, is supposed to have no flashback, so you can use it under your eyes or all over your face. It really makes my skin just look really smooth. My face is actually super smooth because I nared it a couple days ago. If you guys are curious about my facial removal routine, I'll link that video, but it makes my makeup application so smooth. I honestly see the biggest difference when I remove the hair. Everything just goes on so smooth and seamless. And I actually hadn't done it in a while, and I think that's why I've been frustrated with my makeup application, because now that I removed it, it's amazing. Whole different story. So if you struggle with peach fuzz, try it out. But back to the powder, it honestly sits so beautifully on the skin. I don't know if you guys can tell, but amazing. For blush, I'm going to be using this new one from Essence. It's their satin blushes. The patterns on these are really cute. I don't know if you can see it, but this is in the shade Satin Coral. I've already used this once and it's such a pretty color, and this is $2.99 by the way. And this is my Luxie brush that I got in my Ipsy bag. Now, the product I think I'm most excited about is this highlighter palette. If you guys watch my other videos, you may remember I mentioned the Flower Beauty contour palette. That one has a contour, blush, and highlight. On that one, my blush shattered everywhere and it kind of has ruined the rest of the palette. The contour shade shattered previously and it just wasn't the same after I tried to salvage it. I didn't want to just repurchase the contour palette again because my favorite product in that palette was the highlight. So I decided to just go with their highlight palette. This has 3 shades. It also comes with a brush that I probably won't use for this. All the highlights are super creamy and pigmented. You get a light shade, a pinky shade, and then a golden tone shade. And the awesome thing is, these will work for my pale skin tone, even though they're kind of colored and tinted. The gold one and pink one will both still work for my skin tone, which I love. So I'm actually gonna take the lightest shade just on my pinky finger and apply it onto my nose. I like to apply the nose contour with my finger lately. It's just really precise and it blends it out a little better. So bright. I love it. on my Cupid's bow as well. Now for my cheeks, I think I'm gonna mix the gold and the light one just to get a little mix of color in there. It's definitely not a subtle highlight, I'll tell you that much. And for anyone interested, I got this for $12 at Walmart. Whoo! We are glazed donut status today. I am gonna pat that down a little bit. To set my face, I have a new spray. This is from Makeup Revolution. I spotted it at Ulta. This is their Pro Fix Illuminating Fixing Spray. They also have an oil control one, but the thing I noticed right off the bat in the store was I sprayed the tester, and do you see that? It's a really fine mist. That is one of the key things to look for when you're looking at setting sprays, is check the actual spray nozzle itself. If you have a spray and it's just squirting out water droplets, that's not going to be good for your face. A nice fine mist like this, it's just gonna mist down onto your skin and settle down any powder, and I kind of love it. It really locks in your makeup. It's only my second time using it, but I already love it. It's $8 at Ulta. Amazing. I'm gonna take that eyeshadow brush from before and just use the excess leftover color right underneath my lower lash line, just to smoke it out a little bit. I'm not gonna bring that dark color all the way to the inner corner, but I'm just gonna use a little bit of it. And then I'm also gonna take a little bit of that golden highlight shade and apply it to my inner corners. If the lighting seems like it's changing in here, it's because it's taking me 4 hours to film this. The lashes I'm going to be using are these foam ink ones from Ardell. These are a different style from the ones I've mentioned before. These are the 811, and as you can tell, they have more of a flared outer edge. I've tried them once and I didn't particularly love them, so I'm going to try them again. I just didn't like how it made my eye shape look, but let's give it another go. I'm going to measure them first and see if I need to trim. I do need to trim it a little bit. I'm just going to be using the Ardell Brush On Lash Glue. I kept the look smoky and didn't add liner because, in my opinion, I feel like looks with a wing liner tend to all look similar, even if you're changing up the colors and stuff like that. Unless you're doing a cut crease or something really unique, usually a wing liner makes the look repetitive, in my opinion. Not knocking on anyone else's style, because I know some people feel more confident with the wing and they like how that looks on them. Just artistically speaking, when I see other YouTubers that do different looks, I like when there's a variety. I can't find my mirror, so I'm just gonna use my Milani bronzer and apply these lashes and hope for the best. With this clear lash glue, you don't really have to wait for it to get tacky. It's basically tacky right away, which is a cool thing about it. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about the lashes. But moving on to lips, I'm just gonna line them with the NYX lip liner. This is in the shade Nude Pink. I picked this up at Ulta earlier this week. This is just their standard lip liner, $4. I actually really like them. I really like this color too. You could totally wear this lip liner by itself. It's such a pretty color, or just top it off with a gloss, but I'm gonna go in with the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. This one is in the shade Stockholm. This is like an old favorite, like throwing it back to when I first started getting into makeup. This was one of the first kind of liquid cream lipsticks that I tried, and I haven't used this in a while. I have this habit of continuing to talk while I'm applying these on camera, but I really love these. They're super comfortable and affordable, and they have beautiful colors. And yeah, I'm just gonna apply the rest of it. So this is the finished look. I hope the lighting doesn't make it look too washed out. It's already dark outside, so that should show how long it took me to finish this video. I also hope this video turned out okay, because I kind of had to film it in segments, but next time I'll have a backup battery, so I've learned my lesson. As always, thank you guys for watching. If you want to subscribe to this hot mess, just click the red button down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!